Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to Shop on TV with me, Rob Locke with an E. It's a watch extravaganza for you. So if you're looking for time on your hands, you've come to the right place. All right, I promise that's the last groaner I'll do this evening. Actually, I can't really make that promise. If you want to shop ahead, go to shopontv.co.uk. We've got 8 new products today and the brand new launch of Gamages. Gamages watches. Well, Gamages used to be a department store, actually, many moons ago. And there are some interesting stories that we will hear about that shortly. But if you want to look at everything that's in the show, that's the place to do it. So we've got Gamages, we've got Swan and Edgar, we've got loads for you to enjoy. Vickers Armstrong, Samuel Joseph, and they're all for you to indulge in at prices that are just, I would say, unbeatable. But when you see the Gamages prices, if I were you, go to the Gamages website right now and have a little look around, because then when you come back and see the prices we're charging for the exact same watches, because we're dealing directly with Gamages, they're just no-brainers if you ask me. So let's have a very quick preview of everything that's coming up now. From Swan, oh actually, I should say hello to my special guest. David, hello.
Oh, lovely to see you.
Oh, it's lovely to see you.
I thought you'd completely forgotten me.
I wouldn't do that.
I'm most upset, you know. I mean, it's the first time we've been working together this year.
I know.
And I'm just an afterthought, you know.
Never. You couldn't be an afterthought. I would have to be an afterthought. I'd have to have a thought in the first
You would,
place.
yes. I know that's challenging.
Precisely.
But we should get excited because this is the very first time we've seen Gamages.
Yes.
On Shop on TV, on STV, on ITV.
Yes.
And we've got the prices are unbelievably low.
They are.
Really great. And we've got a special watch for the ladies. Because it's
which my producer doesn't know which one to buy. I think she'll buy both.
Oh, they're both stunning.
Yes.
But when you see those watches, you will just say, I've got to have that.
Stay tuned. We are live right the way through till 3 a.m. Sit back, relax, have a sip of your drink, whatever it is, and enjoy the show. Now, just to say very quickly, from Swan and Edgar, this is an incredible collector's piece. We try to get it on every show, but it's made by 30 different watchmakers. It takes a long time to make one of these watches, so every time we get them, they're only ever in very, very, very short supply. All colours are back in stock: red, blue, green, orange and yellow. These are half price at £999. They're heritage pieces. They are one of those ones that you buy as a legacy item or a legacy watch, and you know, they sell out. Even at that price, they sell out every single time we show them. Least stock of the blue, which is, there we go, there's the blue there, bear with, and also now the orange as well. That was one of the new colours.
Other way around, Rob.
Oh, sorry.
Don't worry, I did that last time. So
there we are.
Look at that, so quick recovery. But these are just superb. They're sapphire glass, they're 42 millimetres in case size, and they are incredibly rare and collectible. Yeah. You read the reviews, they are all first-class reviews as well. 316 stainless steels, 19 jewels on this watch, 322 individual parts, and as you said, 450 processors and the 30 watchmakers.
30, I mean,
they know what they're doing.
They're works of art, really. They're works of horological art. So let me just show you the other colours very, very quickly. So here we have, that's the one that we call...
So that's green.
That's green. Well,
it's space green, we call that, because it's about the interface between, you know, night and day as you go up to 100,000 feet above the Earth.
And we also have, coming up, these are all upside down. This was one of the new colours as well.
That's a tiger's eye.
Tiger's eye. Those new colours sold out very quickly, didn't they?
Well, they were the very first time. In fact, you can't get them on the Swan. I looked today, they're not on the Swan and Edgar website. We need to polish that watch up a bit.
I was going to say if we could get a cloth. And actually, if you've got a little cloth, I can keep it on the table if you like. And finally, it's happening to me.
There is that, the Magma Red. Magma Red. So go to Iceland, see the lava flows, and it's inspired by that. I like to think this is like the Northern Lights, all of these beautiful colours. Yeah. And with each of these, you're going to get a pen as well. So isn't that lovely? A pen that is, I don't know if we can see that.
Just
pen.
1 second, we're marvelling at the bottom.
Oh yes, we're looking at the reverse, the obverse.
Yes, the exhibition case.
And not a single straight line in that. You can see some of the rubies. You can see the 42-hour power reserve. And imagine the amount of work that's gone into make one of those single watches. This is the Michelangelo of watches, I think.
Oh, absolutely. And in fact, funnily enough, I was in Rome recently at the Vatican, but it was too big a queue to get into the church, so I know I didn't see Michelangelo's work, but I'm familiar with how good it is.
Yes, and this is exactly the same, where Michelangelo used to sculpt by taking away the things that were not the objects, and the watchmakers have done here is taken away everything in the skeleton that's not required to support the movement. And what you see there is curves and beauty and something that you will treasure for many, many years.
Okay, we're going to move on. This is just a preview. We'll do a full presentation of that very, very shortly. Remember, David's going to show you something else, because there is a gift with purchase. There's a bonus, ladies and gentlemen.
So the bonus is a watch, a watch.
A watch, I was going to say.
Even a pen.
It's not.
A beautiful pen, which I think is £55 on the website.
Yeah, I believe so.
And it's a weight. I've got one one that actually works here, that I've been using it today.
Yeah.
And it's lovely weighted pen, and everyone needs a decent pen.
For sure.
And I think this is it's really the thing you need, and it's also something you can give away as a gift in its own right if you want.
Very few people use pens these days or buy pens these days, but it's like books. It's like, all right, okay, you could argue these days, who needs books, you know, but they're just lovely to have around.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Same with a pen as well. You're not going to be writing many checks probably, but you might be signing a contract or something like that. Don't order it though, ladies and gentlemen, don't order it, because you get it when you buy any watch, any Swan and Edgar watch, you get it gratis. You get it as a bonus.
Now, what we should
bonus.
do, Rob, with this world timer, we should show how it's presented in the box, because if we open it up nice and, you know, do a lovely reveal of this one, because I think it does look lovely.
Your wish, I'm going to put that there because it's not very sightly on the table.
So
remove the
outer
top.
box.
There's the outer box.
And then when we get into the
inner box, and you can remove this beautiful, I would call it like a pleather case.
Pleather.
Pleather.
A little bit of peel.
And then, oh, hello, sorry.
Oh,
no,
that's
maybe
the warranty card coming out.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry, excuse me.
That's right, but the watch, 5-year warranty.
There it is.
All the watches.
5-year warranty.
I know.
And that's a credit card type thing. So you've got your...
So this is a great gift because of the way it's presented. And when our collectors get hold of these watches, again, look on the website and see the fabulous reviews about the World Timer, because again, this is a really high-end product.
Yeah, yeah.
Sapphire glass, 51mm case size, and it's got a Seiko hybrid movement, a Mega Quartz movement, which is the state of the art really in terms of accuracy of quartz. It's less than a second a day in terms of error. This is in nebula grey. You're looking at this watch here with the 24 hours, 24 different cities around the world, so you can tell the time anywhere in the world by reference to London or wherever you might be. And you've got a 24-hour sub-dial as well. Lots of great points. And the accuracy of the print on this, I just love that outer dial and the way that the rendition of this is so high. Superluminova on the battens. What superluminova means is that you've got that luminosity at night, so you can tell the time at night as well.
I love it. I love that. What a great word, superluminosity. And because it's Swan and Edgar, of course, you get the gift with purchase as well. You get the pen, the £55 pen. Quick on we've got the grey and we've also got the orange, but quick on the blue, because the blue is not going to be around for a whole lot longer. Do you want to put that back in?
Yeah, I'll take that back.
Thank you. Oh, wait, stay there, stay there. I'll use my finger as a reference. I just wanted to show you. Is that the blue? Yes. I've probably got that upside down, haven't I? I have. Sometimes they make them upside down.
Yeah, the QA is terrible, really.
Terrible.
They should really make them all the right way up.
They should, yeah. Fortunately, all you've got to do is just rotate it.
But as you're moving it around, you can see the amount of work that's gone into the dial there, because there's like a starry night on that face. And on the back, can we quickly flip it to the back so we can see the moon landing rendition on the back? And we've got, again, the other way round.
Sorry, it's a little awkward at this. Because my hand's getting in the way, sorry, because we're so close on the camera. There we go.
I'd rather you than me, that's what I say. I
do love manipulating a watch on television. It's a very specific skill. There it is.
But that's 1969, a reprise there. And of course, as we're going back to, apparently they've made it now a World Heritage Site, the moon, because it's got so many artifacts on it.
Oh, really?
It's protected, as if anyone's going to go there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Of course, I'm not into conspiracy theories, but I have heard a very interesting one. That one of the sort of most solid reasons that we didn't go to the moon is that there is a ribbon of radiation outside of the Earth, midway between here and the moon, that is impenetrable. That we still don't to this day know how to get through.
Oh, I see.
Allegedly. But then how?
That sounds like Buck Rogers.
But then how do all of the things that have gone to Mars get to Mars?
Yeah. I don't think.
Well, they haven't got people on board. It's the biological component that's the issue. Anyway, do check out on those. We've got them in those 3 colours for you. They are super popular every time. You're saving 80 quid, and at 159.99 they are saving 70 quid. Excuse me, my maths is terrible. They are just one of the most popular watches that we feature. And not surprisingly, plus again, you get the £55 gift with purchase with every Swan and Edgar watch that you buy this evening. Now, drum roll please, ladies and gentlemen, live from London, the launch of Gamages. These are grand, these watches.
I was saying that if you're looking for a classic watch, look no further, because it's a 42mm case, which is a classic size, 12.5 millimeters deep. It has the same Seiko Mecha Quartz movement in it, which I'll describe in great detail later on, but all you've got to know is it's very accurate and it's very in vogue.
On fleek.
And if you start to look actually at the movement in other watches, you might pay three times the price. Now, you notice the usual price here is £350 on Shop on TV. That represents a fabulous discount from the price on the Gamages website, which is something like £700+. And the reason for this, I was talking to the designer of these watches, Tony Fields, who's an amazing guy who's put in so much effort into each of these designs, and he's making so few of them. They are limited, super limited. So when it says limited edition, the Gamages are particularly like 50 in some runs, 150 in other runs, and when they are exhausted, they do not make the watch again.
They never repeat a watch twice.
They never repeat a watch twice. And that is a special thing about Gamages. So if you look at this, and this has got all of the attributes you'd expect, but that dial is so much better. That's called an oil-pressed dial. I'll explain that later on. But I just think if you're looking for something in that beautiful Prussian blue or that ivory white, what a great gift. And you get the Gamages pen.
And you get a Gamages pen specifically for the Gamages pen, similar value. Gift with purchase. We've got 8 new items today from Gamages to show you. What I love about this is that completely unisex. I think that the size of the case, it is a larger case, so ladies, if you like a larger case, then this, obviously this would be great. But I just think design-wise, it straddles the line between being classic and modern, old and new.
It's contemporary, but it has so many of those vibes, that classical vibe.
Yeah, for sure.
And the mineral glass, scratch-resistant mineral glass in that watch, and the fact that you have a functional stopwatch there, and if you feel like pressing,
how do you think I'm going to press the button? I'm playing Twister with my hands.
We'll do it later. Because I've got to show you. So if I press the top button there, and
can you do it to the camera?
Yeah, I'll do it before. Where is the camera now? There.
Well, there are about 4 of them around us at the moment.
Right. So I've actually, and I just want ladies and gentlemen at home to look at the fact that the watch is sweeping. That second hand is sweeping.
How did you start it? Show us how you started.
So I started by pressing this button here, and if I press that button there, it goes. It's jumped all the way back. An instantaneous flyback. And I'm pressing a 304 stainless steel pusher. Because they only use fantastic materials with the Gamages watches, don't they? And then the sweep of that second hand is 4 beats a second, and that is the mechanical element of the quartz movement. And it's that finesse and that kind of hybridization, which is why it's called a hybrid watch.
Amazing.
And they are really, really popular as watches, but there are so few of these around. And if you go on the website and you start looking at the whole genre of these watches, I can't think of a better watch. It's classic Prussian blue. with that first layer leather strap as well.
Well, it's also
just gorgeous, and it's so slim. It's 12.5 millimeters in terms of depth.
You showed this to me earlier, and you mentioned that it's very reminiscent of a watch that rhymes with Golex.
The old
versions,
yes.
And I think that,
I think also the one that goes PP, it's a bit like that as well.
That's it, goes PP.
Yeah, but the guys that know that, I won't know. Yeah, don't worry.
But the point is that...
Look at Rob's, oh there.
Yeah, baby. I love that you've got a magnifying
sunburst
bubble over over the date.
Yeah, but so you've got that Cyclops eye, which means that when you get to about 40, eyesight's not so good, is it? And you can actually, you need this. But what I also like about the watch is every part of this is echoing years and years. Oh, Rob's feeling a bit.
Well, I've got an hand free now.
Yeah, you go. Yeah. So you can see it sweeping along there. And, you know, this is your everyday watch. This is your dress watch. This is a watch that's got a 5-year warranty to it. And the price is phenomenal. Really phenomenal.
And you're welcome to go to Gamages' website right now and look. The price will be $349.99 on their website, right? Yeah. It's live now.
Have we seen the pen yet?
I don't know. Show us your pen.
We've got the Gamages.
You're in charge of pens tonight. Is that right, David?
Yeah, I'm the pen man.
Yes.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So... this reminds me, and I think you might get the joke, it reminds me of Mount Eiger, or another Swiss mountain that I can't remember the name of. But it has that look. It definitely has.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, got it.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. The penny dropped. Yes, yeah. The White Mountain.
The white one.
The white one,
yes.
Yeah.
Isn't it lovely?
It's really is. It looks like a fountain pen, actually.
It's really, this is the sort of thing that you sign executive orders with.
I know. Yeah. Well, actually, he used felt tips.
He did, didn't he?
As it turns out. Yeah. I love the way he did his signature. Anyway, I watched the inauguration footage all day because I'm an American citizen.
Yes.
And I was interested.
I'm sorry about that.
So I watched the very small part of me that's patriotic.
Yes.
It was fascinating. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen, your sovereign mechanical quartz watch with the leather strap, all gift box, beautifully packaged and ready and raring to come to a home near you. But be quick, we've only got about 3 dozen of each of those. So if you want them, and remember, they probably only made maybe 100 of them. We don't know the exact number. But once they are sold out, that will never be repeated. You'll be one of a very limited number of people on the entire planet to own that watch. Now, I don't want to show the next watch because if I do, I'm going to get cooing in my ear from our producer, who's absolutely in love with these. 20 days to Valentine's Day, so I've still got a couple of weeks to try and find somebody. These are just... beautiful. I love that. She wants the green now. She's decided. Now she's seen it on the screen.
As we're coming up to Valentine's, this is the gift that is going to get you truly noticed on that special day, because those colours they're so contemporary, aren't they? They've got that blush pink and the green that has a certain reminiscence to Audrey Hepburn's famous film in the New York in the 50s, which was called Breakfast at
Tiffany's.
Yes, I mean, it just reminds me of all that. And there's a genuine diamond at 12 o'clock.
Oh!
38mm case size, and inside this watch, the heart of this watch, is a Swiss quartz movement. How cool is that? And the bracelet is so fine, that filigree look, that Milanese strap.
Milanese, it's like
so much. It's almost a crossover between jewellery.
And
what
nickel-free, hypoallergenic.
All of those great things.
IP plating. They are stunning. They really, really are. Great price as well. $99.99.
Under £100, and you're going to get the pen with this as well. And it's quite unusual with quartz watches to get a 5-year warranty. This has a 5-year warranty on it.
Mother's Day not that far off as well. And do you know what? It's worth getting one because even though Mother's Day is a couple of months away, as I say, once these sell out, they might sell out between us and also between the Gamages website. These may sell out before Mother's Day, and then you won't be able to buy them anymore because they literally break the mold. They do not ever repeat a design. Buy one for yourself. Buy one for a friend, a mum, a grandma, whomever you decide you want to treat, sorry.
Did I say there was a diamond at 12 o'clock? Did I mention that?
You did.
There is a natural diamond at 12 o'clock.
Do you know what these remind me of? With something else that's rather
How can you
luxury.
do that at that price? I just don't see it, really.
They remind me of, do you know the sugared almonds?
Yes.
They remind me a bit of those. I want to show you as well. So Martha wants to see how slim.
It's really slim.
She's basically shopping for herself right now.
Yeah, I think Martha does like that.
Streamlined, beautiful. It's such a silky,
it's also
smooth strap.
instantly adjustable outside. But so when you get this home, you will find in the box a tiny little tool that allows you to alter the size, strap size it immediately.
Oh, okay.
So you don't take it to the jewellers, and you're demonstrating the fluidity.
Yeah.
of that
Well,
bracelet.
also the adjusty bit.
And the adjusty bit, yeah.
Yeah, that's the technical name, right?
Yes,
The adjusty bit.
yeah.
That's it there. You slide it up and down the chain. 5-year warranty as well. And gift box and everything else. And of course, it comes with the pen.
We will look at the box.
Fellas, if you're buying this for your ladies, or ladies, if you're buying this for your ladies, whoever is buying it for whomever, you can keep the pen and you can give the watch to the recipient.
Yeah.
So you get something out of it as well.
But, you don't leave it too late because Valentine's Day will be with you very, very soon.
Yes.
And these watches will be shipped out next week.
Right.
And therefore you'll have them in your hands within a few days.
Yeah. On your hands.
And then your job is done.
But do be quick because again they may sell out before those special occasions come around. Now these next watches are absolutely rubbery. I mean, lovely. I love these things. I love a bit of silicone, me. And here I would have to buy. Sorry, hold on, bear with. I'm trying to figure out a system here.
So this is
I've got a
because
camera, right?
do one at a time.
I've got a camera. Oh my lord! I'm just going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. There we are.
Dear.
They are. I'd have to have them both. There's just no way.
So under £100 for a watch of this caliber is quite something.
Yeah, yeah.
And again, you can see that it's a Vickers Armstrong, so it's got an engineering heritage to it. 45mm case size, and the black version is very much like a cockpit of an Aston Martin or a Jaguar in my mind.
Oh, my two favourite
that
cars.
sort of thing.
I'm thinking about buying
and
a Jaguar.
the flashier version is in blue, with that blue a silicone strap to it, and that is a sort of thing that you need as spring comes along to kind of go with your outfits and make it.
I'm sorry, I have to say, I don't think the camera's doing this justice. The colours, the blue is so much more vibrant in real life. It's just that these are lovely, lovely, lovely timepieces. They really are. Let me just choose one of them, if I may, so I can show you just everything. You get, of course, you've got your stainless steel back. Decent profile on them. Now you could, if you wanted to, take the silicone straps off and have a leather strap if you wanted to go buy yourself a leather strap. 5-year warranty again. Again, it's not for this price. You'd think it'd be a printed face. It's not. You've got your hour markers and everything else. They're all applied. It's a plique. And
what I like about this, when you put it under, they call it in the trade a loop, but I'll just call it a magnifying glass.
Yes, yes.
You are aware about how beautiful the finish is. And it's really nice and crisp, which is kind of the mark of a quality timepiece.
Just checking. So we've got tachometer there as well. Is it a functioning tachometer?
It's not a functioning tachometer unless you actually work the second hand to 12 o'clock.
Right. Yes.
But if you press the top button, you'll actually see that there is a 1/10 of a second timer. Watch as well, timing up to 60 minutes at a time. So you have got a stopwatch function, which is amazing at $94.99.
It's very handy for the old parking meter or something, and then you can reset it down at the bottom.
And the difference with this watch, just so we're absolutely clear with the folks at home, is there's no pen with this watch.
There's no pen with this one, no. The Vickers and Armstrong or the Samuel Joseph watches are penless, that's right, because the prices are just too peachy keen, really. I love that you've got the black buttons on them as well, and what have you. Go to shopontv.co.uk. If there's anything, as you're watching, listen, we are here to serve you, ladies and gentlemen. We are here on your behalf. So if you particularly want to see and watch, then just shoot us an email, studio@shopontv.co.uk. or you can send us a studio message through the website on the live page, and we will show you whatever it is that you want to see in more detail. So, because we are here, we're actually really here in the studio right now doing this for real. We're really live until 2 a.m. every night.
And to test that, send us an email and we'll respond to it.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. And just so, in case you're thinking, well, you could have pretended with the email. The time now is 1:26 a.m. on Saturday the
25th, which is Burns Night.
Is he? Oh.
Yeah, so to everybody in Scotland, happy Burns Night.
Happy Burns Night.
And I was meant to be going to a Burns Night tonight, but I'm here instead.
Sorry.
And then they cancelled it.
Oh, I
Not
heard.
because of me, but fortunately,
David's
I'm not
coming,
missing
we're not
anything.
doing it.
Anyway.
Now, for our new viewers, who are Gamages and
Yes,
why are we buying their watches?
Can I ask the other David if he can bring in the Gamages box so we can actually get the whole presentation?
You just did.
Yes, thank you very much. So Gamages were a department store in Holborn.
Uh-huh.
And they were actually founded in a watch repair shop originally.
Really?
So there is there's a watch story here.
Yeah.
But the thing I like about Gamages is far more interesting, which is that they had a resident parrot.
A resident parrot.
And they also had a resident minor bird. Of course, they learnt really bad language, but they were fun to go and visit. Because in Gamages, if you wanted a 12-inch crocodile, you could get one of those as well. It was in the day when there were no protected species.
Is that, oh, they're actually a real crocodile?
Real crocodile. They had their massive pets department, and they closed in 1972.
1878
and then what happened was it was reborn as a watch brand under the fantastic leadership of Tony Field's design skills.
Yeah.
And they're all London-designed watches. And they've all got that touch of class and elegance, which only comes from 4 generations of watchmakers that know their stuff.
Yeah.
So the Gamages box, because I think the Gamages box is also, we'll have a look at that in a second.
Sure.
The presentation is phenomenal. But as I said, go to the Gamages website, you'll see the prices are really high because there are so few of them ever made. And tonight, for the very first time on Shop on TV, Gamages want you to be an ambassador for their watches, hence these prices.
They've slashed the tyres on these, haven't they? I mean, it's just extraordinary. At the moment, in the lead is the steel blue with the one that I put down.
And this is, I like to call it Prussian blue because it's
Prussian blue.
Lovely stuff, because you realise that Prussian blue was the first synthetic pigment ever created in 1710. Guess where they produced it?
Prussia?
Prussia, yes.
Wow, they called it Prussian blue?
They called it, it was an accident. They were trying to make red at the time, but they had
Isn't that always the way?
They had a little bit of a ferrous iron in the thing, and it made it blue, and they thought, oh, this is good.
Yeah.
And made a lot of money out of it.
I bet they did.
Yeah. Anyway, I just love the classic.
Some of the greatest things in the world are mistakes.
Yes.
A bit like me.
This is, oh.
No, I was planned.
Yes.
Now, who's going to wear a watch like this?
Ladies and gentlemen are going to wear watches like this because, as I've noticed on my travels, that many ladies like to wear an oversized watch of this type and a 42mm.
Some ladies like them chunky.
And it's a great gentleman's dress watch as well. But if you want to be a bit more windswept and interesting, I think the blue would be my choice because the other one is very classic. Blue and IP, of course, there is an IP treatment to it, which means that it's going to be very resilient over time because IP is iron plating, ION, and it's a tiny...
Ion plating?
Yes, a little bit of titanium nitrate, which...
Titanium?
Titanium.
Titanium.
No,
I didn't know if you were being funny or if that's just how you say it.
It's like aluminium and aluminium.
Yes, but aluminium is actually spelt without the extra I.
Yes.
Did you know that? Which I didn't realise for years.
Oh, and some people say titanium.
Titanium, I do.
Yes.
Titanium.
Anyway, it's all done in a vacuum. It's done in a vacuum.
It's done in a vacuum.
And it's 8 times as resilient as gold plate. So, what is not to like about that? And that's 304 stainless steel pushers. Of course, that's what you want with a pusher, isn't it? 304
yeah, sure.
And
they look so good. Look, they look great with a suit. They'll look great with a T-shirt.
First
They
layer
look great
leathers
in your gym gear.
and the box. We haven't
Show us the box. Yes.
Yeah.
David's going to show you the box. Here comes the box.
Of course, we should put the watch in the box.
Do what you like, mate. We are totally loosey-goosey here.
And this time I'm going to try to get it the right way around because Rob has taught me that some of them are made the wrong way up.
That is true. That is true, yeah.
And then that's your presentation. That is your instruction card. And this is your warranty with 5-year warranty.
I'm sorry, but for 140...
And then for $149.99, you're also going to get
Le Pen.
So that is the total package. And if you're thinking right now that I want to give my fellow or my lady a little present for Valentine's, what's better than those two?
Can I say, remember the Gamages are all limited editions and, you know, on average about 100 of each. And once they're gone, they're gone. These are flying. So I really strongly recommend that you check out. If you want the Prussian blue or the steel blue particularly, you gotta check out now because you will miss it, I'm afraid, and there's no guarantee it will ever be back because, you know, we're not the only ones who are offering this for sale. And now we do have probably the keenest price on this that you'll be able to get anywhere else. But if you have to go buy that from their website directly because you missed out from us, you're going to be paying full price, which is $349. So oh my goodness me. If you don't buy this, frankly, you've got no taste. No, I can't.
And I know they only made 50 of these.
I don't want to show it. There are only 50.
There are not 50 left because this is such a unusual. Do you know what unusual
it reminds me, for some reason?
When you sew this, it's just going to go.
Reminds me of a train, of an old locomotive train. There it is. Like we've only got 3 of these. So I'm not even going to show it to you. Take my word for it.
You can see it on the web. Don't worry about it.
I'll do it over here. Ready? Here we go. Here we go. Go ahead, Paul. Trust me.
So there is something
Slap my thigh. That's amazing.
Yeah, there's something about the fact that it is going to be St. Patrick's Day on the 17th of March.
Is that really only 150 quid? Oh, sign me up now. OK, there are only 2 because I'm buying the other one.
There are 210 parts and 20 jewels in this watch. Elliptical, oval. So if you that thick first layer leather with that flash of red around the lugs.
There's just nothing I don't... Actually, you know what it reminds me of? The mini John Cooper works.
Yeah, you know, so tell me if anyone's going to have a watch like that. Totally. If you saw anyone with a watch like that, you should follow them around because you're going to win the lottery next week. There are so few of those watches ever made. I say 50 of those watches, and there's only 2 or 3 left.
It's limited. It's already oversubscribed. Yeah, listen, this is an instant checkout. If you don't check out instantly, you've missed it. And can I just say, I can't say what I want to say because I'm not going to get it, am I? Because I won't have time. No, you just go buy it. Don't worry about me. Blooming cheek. Oh, that is such a grand watch. I want that so badly. But no, it's literally about to sell out. The next person to check out will get it. I mean, it's literally, if you can't dilly-dally on that.
And as I say, it's an automatic timepiece.
Automatic as well?
Yeah, I know. 210 parts and with a 5-year warranty and the pen as well.
Oh, mind you.
And the shape is just so special.
Do you know what? I might forgive you, ladies and gentlemen, for buying that. Are there many of these? Oh,
don't say.
There aren't many of these,
no, and that one, when people see that, there's such a lovely story to that one.
Were you watching the Silo on Apple TV?
No, I don't have Apple. I made a big mistake. I got an Apple and I forgot to sign up for the Apple TV.
It's some of the best TV that you can possibly... It's just phenomenal. This reminds me...
No, concentrate on that because look at the fact that you notice, the folks at home will notice that there is in fact a winder at 12 o'clock. Except it's not at 12 o'clock because it says 60, doesn't it?
It says 60, yeah. I was going to say these are very steampunk, which is very much the sort of...
Very steampunk.
Oh, my gosh.
Kind of telling
they're like
a stopwatch on your...
They're like valves on a... Not valves, they're like, what do you call it? Gauges on some sort of complex valve system.
But when
like a flux capacitor almost.
when Tony designed these, he said to me, he said, one of the great things about this watch is if you've got one of these delicate wrists that chafes when you got the winder on the side, because it can just touch your wrist and it can be very uncomfortable. This solves that problem because that you've got the winder at the top of the timepiece instead.
Yeah.
And that does make a big difference.
Crikey, that's good. Sorry, David. I wasn't even listening. I'm sorry. I'm so distracted. I wasn't even listening to a word you were saying.
No one listens to me. That's okay.
Well, the watches are so striking.
This is called the Vertical Astute.
Okay, the red's about to sell. Again, I'm sorry that we're very low single digits on both of these. The first one to
get it while you can. 45mm case size again.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
70mm deep, and 163 parts and 20 jewels, and it's got the day on this watch. It's got the day. It's a totally different design, very interesting design, because you don't have 1 to 12 as Arabic numerals. You have 60 to 55 or 05. And look, it's already got that aerated strap as well. You know,
again with those little accents
on it as well. Yeah.
You know, this my son will appreciate this. This is very low-key, isn't it? From the what do they call it? The time. The what? TBA. Yeah. Yeah. You won't know what it means.
No, I'm too old.
Yeah.
No.
Pop culture reference to Marvel.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Jolly good.
Anyway, have a look online. Excuse-moi. Shopontv.co.uk. I love both of those. They are super duper. All gift boxed again.
Yes, and
all 5-year guarantees.
Again, sorry to ask, can we get the box back because this comes in the box as well?
Yes, indeed. David will get the box for David.
Excellent.
All right.
So
now, yes.
I mean, Gamages as a brand have a reputation for finely designed ladies' watches.
Right.
And this is tonight's ambassador for the Gamages brand. And as I say, once it's gone, it's gone. You will not get more of these. They're gone. There's very few of them being made. And if you want to stand out and be unusual and not have the watch everyone else has got, then it's time to buy a Gamages ladies' watch.
Very eye-catching.
Extremely.
You'll get so many compliments with this. If you're going to a ladies' night, a banquet, a ball, you know, something along those lines, this is going to really catch people's attention.
Yeah. And as not apart from anything else, it's very typical when you're getting a watch under £100 not to get it boxed. You get it in a little pouch.
A little plastic thing or something.
A little plastic thing.
Yeah.
But with Gamages, every one of them comes in the box, and also you're going to get the pen.
Can I just interrupt everything, the proceedings? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Martha, can we recap with graphics, please, what... the situation is this: we've got loads of people. We're oversubscribed on a number of the watches. We'll do it on the web. We're oversubscribed, which means that it's essential you check out now. Now, I realise some of you may be wanting to multi-buy, and remember, it is capped postage and packing of $4.95. So if you buy 5 watches and they're all $4.95 postage and packing, you only pay that P&P once per order. But there are a little bit more on the tourbillon, but whatever that is, if it's only £1 or 2 more, you still only, the first $4.95, you only pay one time. So here are the ones that are oversubscribed. So there are how many people trying to get this? There are 8 people trying to get one. So it literally, pull the trigger, folks, the next person to check out. And I mean, scroll down, please, Martha. If you have to add it to your basket and actually check out. Oh, and also, how many people are trying to get this? 4 people trying to get one red. 3 available. So, okay, that's not so oversubscribed, but it's still oversubscribed. So, in other words, the next 3 people to check out will get it. And the one we've just seen, the beautiful ladies pink, generally extremely busy. So, if you want your colour to secure it and make sure you've got it, it is absolutely essential that you check out immediately. I'm sorry, there's no other way I can do it. And it might mean if you have to check out now specifically to get exactly what you want, you might then you see something else you like, you might have to pay another P&P because you'll start a new order. But secure the one you really want first, now, immediately, because they won't be around for much longer. They'll be selling out. It's really busy. We've got lots of people on the web. We've got lots of people calling the call centre as well. We're being asked, can we show the tourbillon? Can we show the tourbillon? Yes, we will show the tourbillon very, very soon. Give us 5 minutes. One more watch and then we will get to the tourbillon, I absolutely promise you, because we don't have many of those. Sorry, that one's upside down. There we go. I'm going to go one at a time just so I can demonstrate a little bit more clearly. There is your pink, which is the gold pink. I love it. So the case is gold, and obviously...
So it's gold tone, as they say.
Gold tone.
Gold tone, yeah. Which means that it's been a vapor deposition process to make it gold coloured. But the point about that is gold-plated watches, which were the thing, they wore. But if with this process, it's 8 times as resilient, so it does last a lot longer.
Yeah.
And you've got a Milanese strap, but a very, very fine denier of Milanese strap. So it's more like a bracelet on the wrist. It's more like a piece of jewellery that tells the time. And
nicely put.
Also, it's instantly adjustable out the box, so you can see the fluidity of that design.
Very comfortable to wear.
So you're going to get at home and you're going to be able to immediately use it.
Yeah.
The pink, when you get this as well, you see this in reality, it's a gorgeous pink, isn't it?
Again, the cameras are not doing it
sumptuous, beautiful pink with the burnished circular graining, which is giving you the sheen you're looking at there. And to put up a dial together, it's an incredible process to put a dial together, even to put a dial together. And inside this watch is a Swiss quartz movement.
Lovely.
So that is another
it's a good quality
reason why you have a 5-year warranty on this watch, because Gamages believe that they've got, and they do, a quality product with mineral glass, scratch-resistant mineral glass, none of your plastics or perspex.
On a £99
And this is a £250 shop on TV. And if you want to get it from Gamages, it's going to be £500.
Is it going to be £500?
£500. And the reason for that is because there aren't that many of them, so why not price it high?
Hey, Martha, can we get to Gamages' website and show their price for this? Because I thought our usual prices were, I thought they were the Gamages price, but they're not.
Your usual
They're our, so we've got a special deal even on our usual prices.
Yes, exactly.
So we're £150 off our usual price, but she's having a quick look for it now. We'll come back to it a little bit later and we'll show you. But you're welcome to go to Gamages' website and check out for yourself. Oh, it's 600, we can show the web, can't we? £610, just to prove it. Oh, it's on the other computer. She's got to hop over and we'll do it in a sec. Hold the line, caller. But just so you know, we're not talking nonsense. If you want the pink, you've got to be quick. It's getting close to selling out.
But it's like one of these things where it's $99.99 for the limited stock we've got, and then after that the price is $600 because that's the only other way you get it.
Yeah, for sure. Now you've got the green one. Okay, here we go. Here it comes. There it is. Gamages' website, ladies. Dahlia. Diamond, gold, pink. There it is. That's £610.
Add to cart.
And if you go, this is ours.
Ours has got a diamond.
This is the same watch.
We haven't taken the diamond
out. We've got a diamond as well.
It's exactly the same watch.
There's a real diamond. Now it's not a big diamond, but it's still a diamond.
It is a natural diamond.
Do you want to? Can we go over to yours?
Can we have a look at how it's packaged?
Very quickly. There's the box. I'll go and show the box very quickly. Go on.
There's a box.
There's the box. There's the box.
We have to see the box.
There's the box. The box
and the pen.
It's right there.
And the pen as well.
And the pen, because you get the pen as well as a gift with purchase.
Yeah.
It is gratis. Right, we've got one more Gamages watch to launch, because these are all launches tonight, brand new tonight. And we will then obviously get to the very special, very impressive tourbillon. I'm digging Gamages, David.
Yeah, I mean, it's
these are some
very
phenomenal
first time
designs.
On ITV and STV, we've been able to get.
I'm not showing the next one either.
I really wanted to do this for a while because they have got really interesting designs. Now you're going to show something completely different.
I'm not, because it's too good. I don't know if anyone's ready for it. Because basically, I mean, Martha's going to have to come downstairs and slap me before I show it. She is. She's got a wet fish for me, apparently. Oh, all right then. Okay. She just made a threat that I can't resist. No, she didn't really. There it is. Lovely. Oh, look, it's got 3 sides, 4 sides there. Could it be an octagon?
It is a spiritual octagon.
A spiritual octagon.
Which, of course, as everyone knows, is renewal. And as we're coming into spring, let's hope we're coming to spring soon.
Wow.
It is a symbol of renewal, an octagon. And what appropriate, beautiful 45mm.
$139.99. What's hey, what's this on their website, please, Martha? Sorry, I'm being really really demanding. Well, I want to know now, how many? She needs extra hands, apparently. I know, try handling all these watches. It's amazing. It's amazing, David. I'm actually gobsmacked. My gob is smacked.
I mean, you couldn't get the colourway better. I mean, the red and the black and the rose gold go so well together. Milanese strap again, instantly adjustable out of the box. An automatic watch, 163.
An automatic watch?
Yeah.
As well?
And it's 12.5mm deep. Don't believe what's on the website. It says 15mm. It isn't. I have measured it. It's 12.5.
Okay.
So it's lovely and slim as well.
I love the black
And I'm not even sure this is available on the...
no, I don't think it is. I think it's so exclusive. They haven't even got it there.
We have a tiny number of these. And as I said before, they made 100 of these watches, and when it's gone, it's gone. It will not be repeated.
I mean, it is just so different. Listen, you probably have noticed about me that if everybody goes left, I go right. You know what I mean? I'm a bit sort of a free spirit in that regard, but I'm a rebel, me. I'm a terror. I'm a right old rebel. Yeah. A rebel with a cause. And so what I love about this is it really just stands out. It's different. It's unique. It's individual. And they're, £695. Excuse my sniffling, I'm still recovering from my lovely flu that I had the other week. $695. If you want to go and buy it directly from them. Our regular price is half their price virtually. And you also get the pen, and you've got PayPal paying through.
That's the other thing, it's rarely available.
I know.
Because, as I said, when they've gone, they're gone.
Yeah, that's one.
That's the Gamages. When Gamages kind of burn the design after it's, this is the philosophy behind it.
Lovely. It's going back in the box, I'm afraid. Already getting to the point where it's virtually oversubscribed. Here's everything on the show. If you go to shopontv.co.uk, and if you
box.
Which are we sold out of? Oh, it's gone. It's gone. But it's tourbillon time. Now we've got all of the colours. Remember, last show we launched, was it 2 new colours? It was.
We did, 2 new
colours, which sold out immediately. Now, I don't know if this will work, but I just want to show you in the tray.
But I think what we need to do is talk a little bit about the background to the tourbillon, because not everybody, although I always say to everyone watching...
We're missing a watch.
It's here.
Oh, you've got it. Ah.
And it's going to be in the box, you see.
I see what you're going to do there.
Because I always think that you've got to get the whole experience of getting this watch.
So we've got the red, the blue, the green, the yellow.
So I don't know, Paul, if we can get that at some point. But anyway, the thing about tourbillons is they're incredibly difficult to make. And that's why you have 30 watchmakers. But it's not any old watchmaker, because it's kind of like a master's in a PhD in watchmaking to make a tourbillon, because it's actually something that Abraham Louis Breguet created years ago. But the generation of watches you're looking at here,
the one in your box is
upside called down, mate. Oh, look at that! I've done the same. I've done a Rob.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh no.
He's so complimentary, isn't he?
No, but that's why I love you, Rob, because you're so forgiving.
You're like a pen.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to say something now. So look at that. I haven't done a very good job on this one, really.
No, it's terrible.
This is my moment of glory ruined. But look at that. Look at that.
The whole box.
It's got this kind of like carbon fibre style box here. You're going to open that up and you're going to say, Dad, it's your birthday. Guess what I've got you?
Yeah.
I've got you something that's got a 300-year history. That is 322 parts and 19 jewels. It took 30 watchmakers, an eon to make. It's in 316 stainless steel with 42mm case size. It has superluminova on the buttons, and it is just so exquisite. And this, by the way, is a tiger's eye variant.
Yeah.
And the 316 stainless steel.
Where are we going? Oh, whoa! Sorry.
Yeah,
that's the
camera likes
quite,
the shop on TV mug, actually. I think that's what it does.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. So there you can see the cage rotating through 360 degrees every minute, and that is the magic of the tourbillon, with no visible means of support, but in fact there is a single pivot that it actually works through. For those of you that are technical in nature, it's a 28,800 hertz movement, which is 8 beats a second, with a pumpkin crown, diamond etched indices, and the sculpted 316 stainless steel first layer leather with the dual deployment clasp.
Where's my cloth?
Plus, of course, your Swan and Edgar pen as part of the package. And if you look at it and do your research, you'll find that it is the most exquisitely perfect tourbillon you could possibly buy, because it's not fussy.
Hold a sec.
It just does what it's meant to do.
Look away, folks. Why don't you have a little look at David? Just smile, David.
I have to just keep talking to you for a few moments while Rob is polishing the watch. And over to
Did you
Rob.
notice anything? No, good.
No.
Now, Paul is our director, and he is an expert at using these cameras. They are very bad. Actually, the cameras are okay, but they're robotic cameras, and the mechanism for the focus, the electronic mechanism, is absolutely abysmal. So what he's doing is actually incredibly difficult. But also he's doing it by hand and he's doing it by eye. So, Paul, could you go as close as you can on that tourbillon movement, please? I can come forward a bit.
So the magic inside that watch is 80 parts moving in perfect harmony and doing its thing, and that's negating the force of gravity. That's what it's about.
All right, I'm going to hold on. I'm coming forwards. It might go out of focus a little bit.
It's looking good. Oh yes, oh yes.
I don't know what the minimum focal length is on these cameras, but that about it. Okay, yeah, we're almost at the end of the
So
focus.
you can see the 8 beats per second. And that is the pallet forks and the rotor arm. So the balance wheel, actually.
Now, and it's all floating. It's a floating tourbillon.
It's floating tourbillon. You can see right through it.
Now, hold on, Paul. Stay where you are. And everybody, bear with us, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing some pretty skilled and intricate work here. If I do say so ourselves.
Now, that is like a Salvador Dali painting. It's like something that you would put on your screensaver. And you also have a 42 power reserve.
Handmade. 30 people have
30
assembled
people
this
put
watch.
this together. And look at the detail inside it. You can see not a single straight part, but also the way that everything's been polished to perfection. It's got that 5 atmospheres water resistance and 316 stainless steel, and it just comes together. And you can just see at the bottom there that there's an instant removal of the strap, because it's got a easy access strap. Wow. So we won't do that.
Oh yeah, there it is.
See that little thing there? So if you want to replace the strap, it's so quick and easy to do. But that's what you'd expect at this price point of £2,000. This is a £2,000 watch, and that's what you should insure it for.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you the other colours in a moment. I want to just say something. First of all, number one, do yourself a favour. Google tourbillon watch for sale. If you can find anything under £5,000, you've done well. The price on this, and I hate to talk price. I mean, it is a work of art, really. I mean, I think, to be honest, £2,000 is pretty gosh darn reasonable for one of these. To get it at half price, and that really is an exclusive price through Shop on TV. If you go to the Swan and Edgar website, you'll be paying the £2,000. If you go out there into the marketplace, in fact, I know people buy these and resell them because these are not always in stock. Because it takes 30 of some of the most skilled watchmakers on the planet a very long time just to make one watch. that's why we only ever have a handful of these. So we've only got maybe one or two of each, maybe only one of each. And it'll be next time until we get more of that stock back in. Look, I don't want to push you in any way to a point where you get into financial difficulties. If you cannot afford it, we completely understand, no matter how much you want it. Look, I want a Lotus, not a Lotus, I want a, what do you call it? You mentioned it, oh my, I can't remember the name of my favourite car now, an Aston Martin. But I can't afford one. DB, no, maybe the Vanquish. But DBS, actually, DBS. So I get it if you can't, sorry, excuse me, now the nose is running. Oh, my body's just not doing what it's supposed to do. But if you can afford it, if it's in the realms of affordability, I think it's safe to say that it would be really tough to find a more spectacular work of watchmaking art for that price. And very few tourbillons in any watch are made. And the tourbillons that are made in other watches are in those really high-end prestige brands. Well, I say prestige as in the name.
The prices.
Yeah, the prices and the badge on the front.
I mean, you can go up to £150,000 for a tourbillon.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
But 14,000 was considered the floor.
Yeah.
Until suddenly technology and combinations of robotics and watchmaking skill has managed to get it down to £2,000, which is a fantastic price. £2,000 is a great price for
it. It really is. It really is. They're a very, very, very special watch. So if you can do it, it's worth having. Obviously, I can't say it's an investment because who knows what what will happen with watches and in the future. But I'd certainly insure it. And you could even take the pricing from Swan and Edgar's website legitimately. I think. I don't think that's not. I don't think that's.
It's a £2,000 on the website.
Yeah, yeah. So you can insure it for £2,000. That's what I'd do. So, the classic colours. We've got the red. I showed you the yellow earlier. I'll show you the blue in a moment. We'll go through them individually. They are one of the most impressive watches I've ever seen. They're one of the most just understatedly stylish watches I've ever seen.
Well said.
They suit any kind of a wrist, no matter who you may be.
How large your wrist is.
Large or small, or no matter what whether you're a man, a woman, or otherwise. They just look phenomenal on your arm.
But also the way that...
like me, I look phenomenal on your arm.
Of course, but the great thing about the way that this watch does up is once you've sized it to your wrist,
yes,
it's a matter of seconds to put it on and take it off. Because you kind of size it when you first get it.
So you take your strap
and you put it through, showing there,
put it through like that.
Little Swan and Edgar logo. You size it to the size, you click it down, and
like
then
that.
Every time you pick up and put down the watch, it fits you.
There it is. You see.
So it's not, and there's no strain on the leather.
No.
Because with a conventional strap, every time you unstrap and strap the watch, you're bending the leather.
That's true.
But with this design,
you're not.
You don't.
Yeah, and also if your weight fluctuates, you can adjust it to whatever size is appropriate at the time.
Yeah.
So that's the red, or maybe you suffer from excessive water retention. Who knows? Let me show you the blue. Here is the blue.
Historically, the blue was always the most popular, but when we saw that burnt sienna, it suddenly became more. We sold out.
You've got the burnt sienna in your box.
I've got the burnt sienna. Yeah. I'll bring it out for you in a second.
I think that's a time for you, David, to have a go at doing the old presenting.
The burnt sienna. Yeah. Yes, I'll get that ready to go.
There's the blue.
I'll get it the right way around.
And actually, what I'm going to do at the same time is bring up turquoise. So not turquoise. We're calling it green. It's just gorgeous. It's like a teal or a peacock colour, really, isn't it? And then David, in his hand, let's see if Paul can do a lovely pan and focus pull.
Yeah, good luck.
So you're going to pan left, Paul, if you know, so you know where where it is. He's just having a go.
But he has got a master's in camera work.
If he was behind the camera, it would be perfect. But he's doing this with.
Martha says cognac. Let's just, if anyone's out there, perhaps you can suggest a nice colour for that, because I called it sienna, but it's called brown.
Jaffa cake.
Yes, yeah.
No?
Yeah. Tango. I've been tangoed.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Auburn.
But if you just, I mean, just look at the way that is sculpted. It's like a Michelangelo gull wing. How about a gull wing, Mercedes gull wing? Would you like one of those?
I wouldn't say no.
I think they're about 30 million quid or something.
Yeah, I definitely have one, yeah. And then I'd sell it to you.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Stupendous.
Oh, look at that.
This is the one.
We need to do a promotion for the Shop on TV mugs that can be...
Yeah, we're going to. We're going to, because they're good, because they're 400 mils, so they're a good cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Or a good cup of tea. Can I just say that I've never seen such stupendously good camera work in my entire life. Paul just asked me to say that.
Yes.
So, yeah. No, it was good. That was good. It's not easy.
It sounded natural, actually.
You've got to check out, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't, then you're not going to get what you want. And if you don't get what you want, you won't be happy. Oh, sorry, excuse me. My belt's sticking in my gut. I didn't need to tell everybody that because they didn't see. Yeah. See, that's the problem. I'm a stream of consciousness, me. Whatever happens...
A delight to work with.
A naked person just ran through the studio. That's not true. Yeah. That isn't true. That was a fabrication for comedic effect.
Was it really? It
was, yeah. I don't want to present the next one. I want you to do it, David.
Well, let's just talk about the World Timer, because the World Timer has got heritage going back to 1969 when we had the landing on the moon, which I remember as a child watching that. And here is how the World Timer functions. So my assistant in the back room, who's very well trained, will put London at 1 o'clock. And there you can see that the time in Rio is 2200 hours, and in Tokyo it's 10 in the morning. In Bangkok, 8 o'clock, just time for breakfast. And in Dubai, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. Now, let's say it's 2 o'clock in the morning, which it kind of is right now. And now you can see that all of the 23 cities of the world are aligned perfectly. And this shot also shows you how perfectly finished this watch is. But now we've got these great cameras to show you the absolute detail of this.
Do you want to try a multi-hold?
Well, I'm not going to do a multi-hold.
Is that a bit advanced?
I'm going to start with just this presentation to give you an idea of what it really looks like, because everything about this watch is first class.
Yes.
Sapphire glass, not mineral glass, sapphire glass. That is the best of finishes and the hardest material other than diamond. So the only thing that can scratch sapphire glass is a diamond.
It's a 9 on the Mohs scale, I think.
9, absolutely right. And Superluminova, which talked about earlier.
Superluminova in the sky.
Which allows you to be able to tell the time at night. And if should I move it a bit closer to you, Paul?
Do what you like.
You get a bit.
You've got to take it out, mate. Now, the trick is you hold the watch and you move the box, not the other way around.
Yeah.
I'm giving away all the trade secrets now.
No, well, I will take it out, but we have to show you the other colours in a minute. But this is Nebula Grey, and it is a 51mm case size. So this is a little bit of a beast.
It really is.
It weighs 190 grams, so it's also a nice chunky watch, but it's not too deep in terms of the depth. It's 15mm deep. And because it is this fantastic engineered strap to it, and it's got that little red gasket, your watch is something. If you look at the reviews of the World Timer on the Swan website, they are all first class.
So it is a fab watch. I mean, look, what I love about these prices, because obviously if you go to Swan and Edgar's website, this is going to be probably significantly more money. Our regular price is already really a discount, to be honest. But Rob is wearing the latest in the Swan and Edgar World Timer. I've got the blue, I think.
So Rob is wearing the classical blue.
Classical blue.
Which does remind one of, he's accentuated with his brown jacket.
Brown? It's grey.
It looks brown to me, but...
That's grey. It is.
It's kind of browny grey.
It was grey when I bought it.
Oh, these dry cleaners, what can you expect? But don't you think this is a classical combination here? Diamond etched indices, starry, starry night of the Swan and Edgar logo in the background. You've got also the stopwatch function, which, Rob, you've only got one watch, so you can press the stopwatch and see it sweeping along, because it's got the Seiko hybrid movement in it, which is the quartz 20-second error rate across a whole month, less than a second a day. And the one at home, which I put on the machine, actually had an error rate of 15 seconds in a month, which was even better. So is Rob going to now try?
I can't reset it, don't ask. I can't get round to it without obscuring the watch.
No, it's fine.
Can I just show you something from afar? Yeah. See, I notice, you know, if you're standing there, hi. Yes. Hi, ladies.
But he does look like the CEO of a large, successful company.
Well, I am.
Hang on, he is.
Well, I'm not CEO.
Well, he's the head of TV.
Third down.
I thought that was judo.
Very good.
Very good. Yeah. Anyway.
I do the jokes, all right. No, hello there. Hi, would you like to do a deal? Maybe you could sign me up as Hagrid in the next Harry Potter show, the series.
Yeah. David is sighing in the background. Not this David, the other David.
The other David,
yes.
I can't keep talking about you, David, because so my sister's old next door neighbour said to my sister before Christmas, like, your brother, he didn't have to talk a lot about his son. So I apologise and I will stop doing that immediately. Yeah. Won't I, David?
Yes. It's very confusing.
At least I'm not talking about ex-girlfriends, but the benefit of that is I haven't had a girlfriend for so many years that I don't have any sob story.
You know
in my 20s, I was...
You know why you haven't got a girlfriend?
Oh.
You're not wearing stylish watches.
Ah, maybe it's just...
Because they are, that's the first thing you notice about somebody.
Yeah.
Is in fact the height, apparently. But the watch is in there. The watch is in the first five things.
Maybe that'll help. Yeah. But also, I've matured, you see. Can I just say, in my 20s, when I first
I've been told that Martha said shoes and watch. In
my 20s, I was a complete
We've got all night.
Twit.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm oblivious to the abuse that I'm receiving in my ear. Sorry. You want to see another colour? Just interrupt me while I'm in the middle of a story. Don't worry, that's fine. Who wanted to hear it anyway?
Go on, tell us.
No,
I want to know the answer.
I can't remember what I was doing. I was just rambling on. No, I used to, when I had a really catastrophic relationship breakup while I was just starting my career in transactional television. Right. And because I'm still friends with my old boss, and I said, she said, yeah, you did go on a lot about your relationship. And I did, and I regret that to this day. But I was in my 20s. I was the youngest shopping TV presenter in this country. Still am. I still hold the record. And so
You're still the youngest.
Well, I am. Yes, inside. But nobody younger than I was 22 when I first started at the 3-letter original shopping channel. I mean, who knows their what's it from their elbow at that age?
And from those humble beginnings,
yes,
Rob is now head of
now
TV.
Look at me. Oh yeah.
Or Shop on TV.
Yeah.
Brought to you live from the Celebro Studios in the West End of London.
I've come such a long way.
Okay, so this is an orange, folks, and it's still got the flecks of stars. You're doing that really perfectly. You can see the flecks of stars there on the dial, which I think makes this watch the most interesting. And I'll tell you something about the orange watch.
Go ahead.
So Seiko, this is Seiko Movement. Okay, it's not Seiko watch, it's Seiko Movement. But I had a Seiko orange watch, which I lost in the Caribbean when I fell off my hobby cat.
Oh.
And it kind of burst off my wrist and went into the briny deep.
Oh, no.
And that was the last. That was actually called a Pogue. And because there was a space station and Commander Pogue.
Yeah.
He took this particular Seiko watch up to the space station.
Did he really?
Proving that automatic watches, it wasn't automatic at the time, actually work in space.
Right, yeah. Wow. That is fascinating. I love stories like that.
Yes.
See, my stories are rubbish, but yours are really good. These, ladies and gentlemen, are hugely
we really were interested in your girl.
No, I was just having a light moment, that was all. Or a light-headed moment, one of the two. $159.99 versus our usual price of $230. If you go to the Swan and Edgar website, probably significantly more.
Now the point is that this watch is never really discounted because the $230 is a fantastic price.
Yeah.
Really please do not be put off by the price of this watch, particularly as it includes the pen as well.
It includes every Swan and Edgar.
It's just a great deal.
Pen.
That's all it is.
Sometimes a good deal is just a good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, this wasn't in our game plan, but it's very busy on the website with this. The Samuel Joseph's Sports or limited edition. Yes, it's even at $59.99.
This is the most affordable watch on the show.
But it looks like you've spent hundreds on it. It really does. It's a super. I love this. This will be great for the youngsters. You want to get them a gift that maybe for a birthday or something that you don't want to buy them something really expensive in case they knacker it. You know what I mean? But so we need something that's durable and resistant to the wiles of a small child.
And it's got some really great features at this particular price, because it's a 45mm case size. It's got the 24-hour sub-dial in digital, plus your analog thing in a quartz movement as well.
It's an analog.
Now, so the first Samuel Joseph we've seen, so Samuel Joseph, again, bunch of very enthusiastic watchmakers, and there is a little demonstration video, because when you get one of these watches, they are incredibly fiendishly hard to work. So the mode button on the left-hand side is your go-to button. If you press the mode 3 times, you can set the time, and this is with the 24-hour time, so you can set the time to any time in the world you fancy by pressing the reset button to move it around. And once you're happy with the time, you set the date. So this is the 24th of May, which happened to be Alan Ellis's birthday. That's why we did this, of course, especially in honour of him. And then the day of the week, by just moving start, stop around, you can set the day of the week till Friday. And when you're happy with everything, press mode and you're back in the room. Right. And then the next time you press mode twice and you can set your alarm for the morning to wake you up so you can go to work. Because of course, you know, everyone's have to go back to work now.
Yes, I just don't do it in the morning.
President Trump has insisted
that's
that
right,
go back to work.
That's generally in America.
Yeah. So 7:27, that's a nice gentleman's time to wake up. And when you're happy with that, press mode and you've set your time. If you've forgotten the time, you can still check it by just pressing the reset button. You can see what time of you set your alarm for, and turn the alarm off by pressing those 2 buttons together. Turn the alarm back on by pressing 30 and 40 together. Your alarm's on and will beep at the appropriate moment. And the third thing this watch has got is a stopwatch. In a minute, my assistant will get round to showing you the stopwatch function. So at the moment, we're seeing it's the 24th of the 5th, and we're going to press the stopwatch, which is pressing mode once, and then you've got your stopwatch, which is working in incredible hundredths of a second, if you can believe that.
Wow.
And that will time its way up as many hours as you could possibly want, and works in the background while the watch itself is running. So it's got a backlight as well. So all of those things in an element that's going to cost you $59.99.
Crazy.
And I can see why people went for that on the web, and I'm sorry we didn't show it to you earlier.
Big saving as well, £140 off. This is a must-have. This is something I'd watch just for knocking around, going to the gym, which I'm going to start doing. I've half a stone down already. It's going to take a while before you see the difference because I've got too many stones on me. But, you know, DIY, a bit of gardening, bit of fannying around, you know, whatever it takes you, going to the shops. But it is very sporty. I can see, you know, one of the sort of housewives of Essex wearing one of these, or the housewives of...
Well, I can see many football fans wearing this.
Well, I was going to say.
As well, because totally. The colours are reminiscent of certain...
Not just Essex. I'm thinking, where are those housewives shows? There are several of them, aren't there?
I have no idea.
Yeah, or is the housewives thing an American thing? I forget. I don't know. But I'm trying to say, you know, ladies sort of middle age maybe, or of a certain age, with your sort of, you know, your sports gear on and all that kind of I think these look fabulous, is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to be complimentary. Yeah, all the words coming out my mouth sound very insulting, and I don't mean them to be that at all. I'm so sorry.
And it's also the cost of a takeaway for 3 people.
Cost of it? Yeah, true. 2 people.
2 people.
Indian for me? No, wait. Chinese, 2 people. Wouldn't get 2 Indians for 60 quid in my area. No.
Oh, I don't know. Other cuisines are available.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's a very, very affordable go-to.
Do you know what they call Chinese food in China?
I don't know.
Food.
Food. Very good. Thank you, Rob. He's here all week, folks. Well,
do you know what they call Indian?
Here tomorrow.
Do you know what they call Indian food in India?
Food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's caught on. He's seen there's a pattern.
There is a pattern, yeah. So we're moving on to the skeleton, which again from the very affordable Samuel Joseph range. And a little bit about Samuel Joseph is that they are 40 years in the making, and a bunch of watchmakers said, you know, we can do this at affordable prices. They have 2-year warranties on these watches as well. And this is a skeletonized movement, 162 parts, 20 jewels. automatic. It's an automatic watch for that price.
Do you know what? They look like their usual prices. They do not even remotely look like the prices we're charging, do they?
No.
No. That is quite a spectacular watch, isn't it?
And it's got all of those normal stainless steel strap with the IP placing on it with different treatments. I mean,
Truth be told,
the overhead on this is so low.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why the price
watch
is,
for 80 quid.
And no pen with this, folks. It's just just the watch.
Just the watch, yeah. Well, this
otherwise,
we'd be paying you to take it otherwise.
Exactly.
Yeah. Got to check out, folks. It's really, really
I think
busy.
this has got a skeletonized back as well.
I was just going to say, let me take one of them away so I can.
So you can actually see the gubbins inside the watch.
Gubbins. Oh, there it is. There
is the gubbins.
Yeah.
And there you see how the automatic watches work. You have a rotor arm that was invented by John Harwood in 1924 in the town of, that's not a Bolton accent, is it? In Bolton.
Bolton, it's definitely not a Bolton accent.
No, it wasn't a Bolton accent. It was
more of a West Country accent.
Yes, but look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? I mean, for the price. I mean, you can't go wrong with that, can you?
Oh, I love one. I'm going to get one of those for Harry.
I think so.
I think he's old enough now to wear one. Now, I've just been asked, Martha, my producer, has requested politely that you all check out your baskets. Now, can I just show you on the web? This is what I mean when I say check out, because I know you know what I mean, but I'm going to give you a little live demo. So pick a watch, any watch, Martha. Oh, we've sold out of all the good ones have sold out. Look at that. We haven't even announced them.
No, we did. So that's amazing.
So we're going to add one to the basket. So there, Martha's done that. Now go to your basket, Martha.
Please make a selection, it says.
You see it up in the top right corner is your basket.
Oh.
What's going on here? There we are, lovely. Up to your basket, right. Now, where it says check out securely, click it. And we're not going to click it because we don't want to give away personal information of our producer. But check that, click that, and it will ask you for some money. Give us your money and we'll give you the watch, all right? It's a transaction. Yeah. Please, 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 do yourselves a favour. It makes honestly, no difference to me whatsoever. I say this every show and I get mocked for it. But I don't mind. You can mock away. But I don't get any commission on the sale of these watches. We as presenters here never get commission, because if we did, it might sort of instigate some fighting over who does what show, and it also might influence those with a lesser moral foundation than mine to tell porky pies just to get you to buy. So here we pride ourselves on honesty, integrity and trust, and that's the point. I, as a presenter, am paid to be your impartial representative, your representative. Basically to grill the guests and get the information out of them and extol the virtues of what it is that we're seeing so that you can make your own informed decision. So, but at the end of the day, it is a transactional television broadcast. We are your shopping show live on ITV1 and STV every night from between midnight and 3. But if you want the items, you've got to pay for them. I know that not one of the sane amongst you would go into Tesco, fill up your basket, get to the checkout, and then just walk out the store and leave it there. Or if the lady or gentleman at the register asked, well, are you going to pay for that? And you wouldn't turn around and say, yeah, might. I might come back later. I'm not sure. I might not. So look, obviously, you're intelligent people. If you know what you want, and I realise in shows like this, you might want to see everything before you check out. But my job is to try and warn you. I mean, we had 3 sellouts, as you just saw on the web. I apologise that we didn't sort of flash a sold-out sign and make a big fanfare of it. But when I tell you that something is about to sell out, I genuinely mean it. I'm not just, saying that for my own gratification or to try and force you to buy it. Don't buy it. If you don't want it, don't buy it. It matters not a jot to me. It makes no difference to my life whatsoever. As long as I've come in and done my job properly, I get paid for my presentation. I go home happy, a roof over my head, some warm food in my belly. Whether we sell 50, 1,000 or 25,000. And I've had some very, very both myself and also Shaylee, we've had some very big and successful shows. because there are thousands and thousands of you who shop every night, tens of thousands actually, and we're talking about some noteworthy sales. Doesn't matter, we still get the same flat rate, come what may, no matter what. And I say that to reassure you that I know it's weird, there's a weird thing. People often, and I've known this for years, people think because they're watching TV, there's a disconnect, and they think, oh, there's got to be some catch.
Yeah.
Or it's got to be a load of rubbish. That price, that must be rubbish. We are actually, this is a partnership with ITV. We broadcast on ITV's Ofcom licence. So if we did anything untoward, ITV would yank us off the air faster than you can say. And the pricing has to be accurate. Advertising standards monitor us very closely. Ofcom monitors us very closely. We have to be above board, open, transparent and clear and about everything. So I hope that gives you peace of mind to buy now. Right.
Now you've got that off your chest.
Well, sometimes
very important.
The service is as important as the product. You know what I mean?
And I have to say that since I've started working on Shop on TV, I have been incredibly impressed by production standards.
Well, thank you.
And by the integrity of the Hoffer brand. And I'm really so pleased that it's become so successful because,
thank you.
It was an adventure that you started, only yourself.
And thank you to
15 months ago.
Yeah, literally. Last October we started. We set it up in 6 weeks. Thank you to you as our viewers and our customers, or if you're becoming a customer tonight, because we've actually become the highest rated show at this time of night, even more so than whatever is on before us. So in our own right, we have our own dedicated audience and we really appreciate it. Now, let's stay in the sporty arena. Yes. Let's talk silicone, baby. And here it is. We've got a blue, we've got a black. Whichever you buy, there's no looking back.
So we have two watches that have actually been created the right way up.
Thankfully.
Which is a first for us.
Oh, look.
The Vickers Armstrong. We're back to 5-year warranties with the Vickers Armstrongs, and this watch has got a quartz movement in it. It's able to time 60 minutes with the stopwatch function that also runs to 1/10 of a second accuracy. 45mm case size, 12.5mm deep, but the standout feature about this is the silicone strap, which makes you a much more interesting and personality in your own right, because you haven't gone for leather, you haven't gone for steel, you've gone for silicone. And I've noticed by watching very many trendy shows that some of the presenters on those trendy shows on ITV or other programs are wearing silicone straps. Yes. So I think they might be popular.
Excuse me. Now. They are. They're just, I love the feel of silicone. I could just sit and stroke it all day. The blue is beautiful, but I must say, it looks good on telly, but excuse me, in real life, it's so much better. Because also, we don't know how you've got your TV set up. You may have very vivid colours set on your screen. I mean, there are all the kinds of presets on TVs these days. It may be very washed out, your picture. We don't know if you're getting a true representation of the colour. Even the monitors I'm looking at this on, and they're supposed to be accurate broadcast monitors, it looks great, but when I look at it with my own eyes, because I wouldn't look at it with my nose because it wouldn't work, it's so much more striking, isn't it? It's
such a deep blue, and little bits of detail in that watch, like you've got those contrast pushers in IP black, which is a very hard process to do. If we press the pusher at the top at some point, you can actually see the stopwatch function as well. Lovely and slim, 12.5mm in terms of depth. So there's a 1/10 of a second stopwatch function to that.
There it is.
And you stop it and it will kind of stop as it should.
Really?
Oh. And then the bottom button resets it. So there you go.
Ta-da.
And that's what you get for your money for $94.99, which is why there's no pen with this watch, because it's already a fantastic deal in its own right.
But also normally $269.99, and so again, check the Vickers Armstrong website if you want to. You'll find the prices. These are genuine savings. You know, we deal directly with the company.
Yeah, and Vickers Armstrong, just to explain that they've got this engineering heritage going back about 100 years, and you will have remembered. I'm sure you remember the VC-10. Which was the aircraft that was used a lot by BOAC and BA, and also was
the VC-10 or the DC-10.
VC-10.
Oh, VC-10, because there was a DC-10.
Vickers commercial.
Right.
VC-10.
Okay, okay.
And the Wellington bomber in the Second World War. In fact, Vickers they made the fastest ever Wellington bomber as a competition. They built a Wellington bomber from scratch in 23 hours and 56 minutes.
No way.
Yes. Because they wanted to beat the Americans who'd done it in 48 hours. Oh. So they needed to show that we are still top.
I love the way that Donald Trump said during his speech, his second speech, about winning 2 world wars.
Yes.
And I thought, well, actually, hang on a minute, we had a little bit to do with that as well, you know.
And of course, Vickers had a lot to do with winning those wars as well, because they supplied a lot of the armaments.
Yeah. Well, and also the Spitfire was really what clinched.
Yes,
wasn't it?
that's right. And the Spitfires,
they were making those out of old shell casings, weren't they? At one point, any metal they could get their hands on.
Yes.
So yeah, please do check out on that because it's proving rather popular. Now we're running. What time is it? I've no clue.
The clue's on the watch.
Only 33. Oh, that's a good point. Are these all set to the right time?
They're all set to the right time. I spent a whole hour doing that.
Wow. Sorry, I didn't notice your. Oh, these.
So much work.
These are sick, man. They're just sick.
So this is the only one that's got an exhibition back from Swan and Edgar. You're going to get the pen with this watch as well, and this is the only tonneau. Now the tonneau shape, French for barrel. Invented by Cartier in the 1920s, and you can see the curvature of that mineral glass is very hard to achieve. And that's
so you're not a flat watcher?
I'm not a flat watcher, no, not at all. Well, if I watch a flat, I might have to buy it.
Ha, funny. That was a joke, right?
I think so. Well, it was not really a very...
Close enough.
Well, yeah. Best I could do at this time of night. So 210 parts, 20 joule movement, 21,600 hertz, 6 beats a second.
Yeah.
Acid yellow.
I'm so
sweeping second hand. A lot going on inside the face of this watch, and 3 different colorways to choose from, which Rob will demonstrate.
I've got the cherry.
And you've got the rotating rotor arm at the back, which was invented by John Harwood in 1924 in Bolton. So we're celebrating 101 years of the British invention, which the Swiss tried to steal, of the automatic movement.
And literally just, he won what?
He won the battle.
He won the battle, yes.
There was a fight in court over that. And
5-year warranty on all of these as well.
And the free pen, not free pen, the complimentary.
The complimentary pen,
yes.
Yeah.
And of course on this watch you've got the date on the right-hand side there, and the day of the week on the left-hand side.
What colour is this?
Complications.
Is it brown?
It's brown.
It's brown, yeah.
Brown boots.
Brown. What can brown do for you?
And there's a contrast stitching, and I love the mock croc detail on that first layer of leather. So these are hand-waxed leather, and the little Swan and Edgar on the buckle is the sort of thing that Swan and Edgar do to make these watches.
Ooh, sorry, excuse me, drop
Look at
that.
Little Swan and Edgar on the,
Now, they've printed this upside down.
I know they have.
But all of these are just prototypes.
Are turning their televisions the other way round.
If you must.
And they're probably watching this on YouTube or something, which it is on YouTube as well.
It is on YouTube, at Shop. By the way, if you're on YouTube, at Shop on TV Live, at Shop on TV Live, please do subscribe. We appreciate it if you subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you'll get notifications when we're live and when we post other videos. We're really upping the ante on our our content. We're also going to be doing some dedicated live shows soon. I don't know exactly when, but I'll keep you posted on Facebook and Instagram. Ooh. So, and they will be daily mega deals, which even lower than the ITV broadcast prices, possibly. So I'll keep you posted on that. So subscribe to us, obviously, or like us on Facebook. All of our social media is at Shop on TV Live.
If we look at the blue, because
voila, le bleu.
For some reason, apart from black and white, blue is the third most popular colour in the world when it comes to watch cases. So black and white and then blue.
Lovely. Really lovely. They're all that gold. Well, actually, sorry, the blue and the brown are the gold tone cases. Or is it? No, sorry, the brown.
And the unusual thing about this is the case shape, because it is a 99% watches are round.
Yeah.
But if you look at the catwalk, you look at the all the award ceremonies, most of the celebs are wearing tonneau-shaped watches. So they're not they're not wearing round watches.
So the blue has the yellow gold tone,
yes,
and the black strap. The brown has the yellow gold tone and the black strap, and the cherry has the rose gold tone and the black strap. But they have slightly different piping on the straps as well. Just gorgeous.
And rose gold was invented by Fabergé in the 1800s.
Yeah.
And it's all they do is they put a tiny little bit of copper to it to make it like,
Yeah.
But this is gold tone, as they say, not gold.
True, but yes. Is it gold plating?
It's not. It's IP plate. It's iron plate or vapor disposition process, which is backed by titanium.
Yes. Yeah.
Titanium.
No, I know it's ion plate. I just don't know what they plated it with.
0.6 microns. Yes.
If you were in the quantum realm, that'd be massive.
Yeah, with your electron microscope, it would be like looking at Mount Everest. But
it would.
Yes.
Yeah. The human hair is 0.8 microns.
There we go.
Yeah, just for comparison. 976529, your item number. 139. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong camera. 139.99. I don't know why I was looking over there. And again, you can spread the cost interest-free over 3 months if you so desire.
Now, we haven't seen this one. This is now another new one to look at.
Do you want to have a go?
Yeah, let's see if we can get this in the box.
Go on then, shove it in the box, mate.
Yeah, go on.
Shove it in there.
We
are moving on, Martha. We're putting it in the box, though.
We have moved on.
Now, remember the tourbillons available in red, green, blue, yellow, and what was sunburst, I think we called it, which is like an orange. Oh, yellow and orange. One of the most impressive works of horological art that you can buy. These are made by 30 skilled watchmakers over an extensive period of time.
Yep.
They are sleek, they are handsome, they are stunning, they're the sports car of the watches that we offer here at Shop on TV. Now, I'm really love. If you miss one of the other Gamages watches, that we've had some really great funky designs tonight, and a lot of them are sold out. But look at this for $129.99. It is magnifico.
This watch hasn't been seen before on ITV or STV.
No.
And it is from Gamages, which is debuting tonight.
Yeah.
This is a dusky pink, and it's a Strato.
Oh, yes.
Limited. So about, I think, 75 of these were made in the world. That's it.
Really?
And we have just a handful of these
We've
left.
got barely single figures.
And if you went on the Gamages website, it's probably showing sold out. But
yeah,
the combination of this, when you look at this, is day, date, month, and 60-second timer. You also have, if I get it out the box, so you can actually see how it now looks as we get here. And if we look at the fact that it's got a cyclops eye, you can actually tell the time easily on it. And it's got that telly shape to it. It's 45 millimeters in terms of the case size, and with this acid yellow contrast. And around the reholt, we call it the reholts, which is the edge of that. The edge of that. See, it's mirrored. So that's allowing the light to bounce out of the watch and gives it a more striking element when you're actually looking at it. As I said,
does look a bit vintage TV, doesn't it?
It does.
It's like a vintage test card.
But it's the colourways of this watch. You're not going to see that on any other wrist.
No.
Because they're made in such incredibly limited numbers. And this is the ideal watch for ladies and gentlemen because it's a beautiful colour.
The strap colour is wonderful.
It's
Remember,
lovely.
there are only a
Slim as
handful
well.
of these made.
Yes.
We
Look
may
at that
even
leather.
have some of the last of the stock. And once it's sold out completely, and they mainly, how many of these would you reckon they would have made? 50, 100, something
I said
like
75.
That? 75.
I may be wrong. But
and when they're gone, they're gone.
When they're gone, they're gone. Because
they will never remake that watch.
Tony Fields designs these watches, and it can take a year. And in fact, I think he said that this watch took a year to get right.
I believe it.
And
then they break the mould after 75 are made.
Yeah. That's a selling point on these. And of course, with this watch, just in case you have forgotten the fact that you're going to get...
You get a pen.
You're going to get the gorgeous pen included. So you're going to get... That is the package for Valentine's Day. Isn't that great?
It is great, yeah. How's you doing, Paul?
Well, I'm still the amateur on this, but you know, needs must.
Allow me.
Yeah.
Allow me to just show it to the very close-up camera, if that's okay. Oh my God, that's gorgeous. That's just ridiculous.
It's a lovely watch, isn't it?
You can't get even a...
Did we show that because we've sold some?
What's that?
Yeah, that's right. No, just something because we didn't put the... We weren't going to show this, were we?
Oh.
Because,
It's just one of those. Yeah, we've got another one. You're loving all the Gamages tonight. 3 of the 8 Gamages have sold out tonight, and this is the first time we've ever shown. So we'll just show them all. Why not? I hope that you've managed to stay with us. Obviously, if you've gone to bed, you won't know because you won't be hearing what I'm saying. But that is just, see, the jacket's grey.
Yeah.
Look on the
It
monitor.
does go with the
It's
jacket.
grey. It's grey. I love it. It's almost
It's grey on your monitor, but it's brown on my monitor.
Oh, well, don't trust that monitor, yeah. I wouldn't trust the colour balance on that. It's an iridescent. Do you know what it is? No, it's not iridescent. It is pearlescent.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like almost mother of pearl. I love that.
I think it's champagne, actually.
Or iridescent champagne, is that what you're
Yes.
calling it?
And
Call it what you like. Call it Fred if you really want.
And if you actually go onto the shop on TV,
Shop on HTV.
you'll find that George James Simmons is the inspiration behind this watch, who is a British meteorologist, and he's certainly had his work cut out in the last 24 hours. hasn't he,
Yeah.
really? Yeah.
Amazing. And
But-
you can see for protection, you get a sticker on the back. We left that there deliberately.
We left
so
it
you
there
can see.
deliberately, and I do that on purpose because I don't want to scratch the back of the watch.
You don't want to scratch the back of the watch. No.
And as we have
You
so few
scratched
of them,
my back, and I'll charge
we
you
have so
for it.
few of these that everyone is precious.
Everyone is precious. $129.99, down from $319.99. We're going to move on to another one, and it's all about the pursuit of liberty. life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, actually. Oh, this is great. Look at that. But if you go to shopontv.co.uk, follow the links through to this live page, and it just says watch live or something like that, quite literally in this case. And this is the London limited edition Liberty automatic watch with the Milanese bracelet. I mean, I'm running out of superlatives because they're all stupendous, superb, wonderful, beautiful, exceptional.
Certainly, and everyone is a testament to the design skills behind it all.
Yeah.
And Gamages, have this heritage, and this one goes back. It doesn't go back literally, but it's inspired by the Magna Carta.
Really?
Which is in 1215, of course, as you might remember from your schooling.
Oh, of course I do, yeah.
But as you probably realise, it was replaced by the Great Charter in 1297, which, of course, was the much more relevant document and is still in statute today.
Is that right?
There are about 25 different things that are still in the Magna Carta. Anyway, this watch, because it is the Liberty, has 163 parts and 21 jewels, 45mm case size, 15mm in depth, and it is also something which is rare and never seen before on ITV or STV or on Shop on TV.
Yeah.
And
I
don't
love
you like the bezel.
I love it all.
You like your bezel?
Yes, I do. It's very nautical. Well, it's very engineering-y or nautical. It reminds me of a porthole.
Funny you should say that, because George Genter designed the porthole.
Really?
Really? And Gerald Genter, he's the most famous watch designer in the world.
Right.
And he designed it, yeah. But he didn't design this watch.
No. Very busy. I love the dimensionality.
3-part case.
Look at that.
Screwed down bezel.
A sunken face.
And everything in that clean stainless steel with the Milanese strap.
Yeah.
Now, don't we have, I think there is, we couldn't get one of these, but there is one in a different colour.
Oops,
Isn't there, Martha?
sorry.
Martha, do we have another colour? There is a gold version.
There's a gold version of it as well,
It's a
possibly.
more classic look.
Yes, we do, and it is in stock, apparently. Yes. Yeah. We just didn't have the sample, so sorry about that. Right, check out wherever you are. And remember, you will get the Gamages pen. I mean, it's a 50 quid. It's 50 quid's worth of pen. Very stunning, striking pen for signing your next big deal with.
Yes.
Something like that. The next car I sign my contract with, I don't know, with HBO.
You're not signing executive orders every day.
No, I'll sign my contract with HBO.
All right.
With one of those. Yeah. Right, now then. Is it not 50 quid, this one, Martha? Oh, sorry. OK, so I might have got the price of that wrong, but it's a value that is added at no additional charge to you. I just want to make sure I'm being accurate. So sometimes I get a bit carried away.
Yes.
Now, on the Swan and Edgar website, if you go there right this second, if you so desire, you will find this tourbillon for £1,999. £2,000 actually.
£2,000.
£2,000
and
on
no
the
pen.
nose. No pen.
No pen.
This is. Will you talk about it, David?
So, if you want a pen, why not get a tourbillon with it?
Yeah.
And it's still it's going to be £2,000, but not tonight. Tonight it's going to be £999.99 plus £6.95 postage and packing.
You could say you're paying £1,000 for the pen and getting a free tourbillon.
You could say that, and you'll be accurate. Now, what you're looking at there is the invention of Abraham Louis Breguet in 1805. He only put a 10-year patent on it, so that didn't work out very well. But Alfred Helwig in 1920 perfected the flying tourbillon, and he's never mentioned. They always talk about poor old Breguet, but Alfred Helwig, well, you know, it's a shame because you did invent the flying tourbillon, which this is an example.
And that's supposed to counteract the effects of gravity.
Counter the effects of gravity in a pocket watch, which was, of course, not the same as wearing a wristwatch. So now this is what we call in the trade a conceit. You're doing this because it's so difficult.
It's showing off.
Showing off, to have 30 watchmakers conspiring and doing.
Who does which bit? How do they decide?
Well, I presume there is a big meeting in the morning and say, you do that bit.
Right, you do the cogs, I'll do the jewels, you can handle the case.
Right, and
they probably talk like that in Switzerland.
And don't blow the bloody doors.
Don't blow the bloody doors off.
Exactly.
I don't know if we're allowed to say that.
No, we didn't say that.
No, we didn't say that. We meant it in the sense of.
It was a quote.
Of blood.
Yes.
Yes. So this is a live website right now.
Yes.
From Swan and Edgar. There it is, £2,000 exactement.
Yes.
And they've only got 3 colours.
And you'll notice also the star rating is 5 or 4.5 actually.
Yes,
to be honest on there, but that's not too bad.
Very good.
450 processors and 80 milling processors alone. Sapphire glass, 42mm case size, 316 stainless steel, and a 42-hour power reserve. Those leaf abyss hands in the colours that you can't get with Swan and Edgar, which are this gorgeous tiger eye.
Yes.
And also the burnt sienna as well, which Rob has got on the plate.
Yes. What I shall do is if you pass that...
Do you think you can add that to it?
Yes. I'm sorry, excuse me. I'm sniffling all right.
So am I now.
I do apologise.
I think I'm catching your sniffles.
I've actually recovered, but it's just the aftermath. You know what I mean? It takes a few days to get rid of it all. And...
So these new colours, which are less than 3 months old, went down such a storm that we struggled to find a few more. But remember that so few of these I mean, it's a limited edition. They're always limited because you just can't get them out the factory.
No.
Because everyone takes such a long time to produce.
They are, and I keep saying this, they are genuinely a work of art. Mm-hmm. Everyone, technically speaking, even though the components will be the same size, they have to be, but everyone is technically individual or unique because they've been put together by hand.
And not only that, but the movement, you know, is a 28,800 hertz movement, which is, you know, at the higher end of watch achievement and capability. And these are all not automatic watches, because if they were automatic watches, you'd have an ugly rotor arm on the back of the watch,
obscuring this,
which completely ruins the whole point of being able to do an exhibition back like this.
It reminds me of that Chaplin film. Do you remember the one?
Yes, it does. Yeah, it's like in modern times, 1936.
Or Hugo. It reminds me of Hugo. Yes. As well.
But also it's Salvador Dali as well.
Yes, true.
And look at the synthetic rubies there.
Paul, should we do it? Hold on.
Fantastic.
One sec. Can we just look at the lovely David for a second?
What are we looking at lovely David for?
How's that, Paul? Is that too close?
Oh, he's now trying to do something offline, and
I'm doing something. Yes, I'm doing something.
To remind you that this is the debut of Gamages in London, and over now to Rob.
It's so funny when you leave the guests on their own, isn't it? It's like suddenly panic sets in. Look, is that as close as you can go? Go on, let's push it. Push it real good. I'm holding it super still.
You get an idea of the finish there. It's brilliant.
Yeah, you hold it. I can push it. There we are. There we are. I can adjust it at my end.
You see the onion crown there and the serial number there, unique serial number that can trace it back to those 30 watchmakers. The Swan and Edgar logo. And you can also see inside the 80 parts that are the revolving part of the tourbillon, which has negated the force of gravity. And fun fact is that tourbillon actually means whirlwind, but it doesn't mean whirlwind because he actually meant solar system.
Oh, really?
But when George III got this watch, he called it a whirlwind because he didn't want it to be called the tourbillon because tourbillon was French. And he was an English.
Not this watch specifically, of course. Now,
Not this
Paul,
specific watch.
stay where you are. I'm going to do a little twisty.
Ooh.
Hold on. I apologise for my sniffling.
That wasn't bad, though. Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Go back in again, mate. All the way. Now I can't. Is that it? It's a must-have. If you are anyone who appreciates a watch, this is a true legacy for you, your family. It is a heritage piece. It is prestige. It's bragging rights. It's uniqueness. It's standoutness. I know that's not a word, but I just made it up. It's one-upmanship on all of the other people that you know that have all got might have fancy accoutrements. They won't have one of these. The chances of you ever bumping into somebody else wearing one of these, you really just have to decide which colour of the face you prefer. But again, I'm going to put it down just briefly if I can. And I will say this, if it's in your budget, there are some amazing some amazing brand name watches, luxury brands out there. A lot of people go, I can't wait to buy a Rolex. Rolex watches are fantastic. I'm not knocking them for a second. But to be honest, here's where I want to sort of create the establish the value here, because even at £2,000, Swan and Edgar are producing these value prices because they're not charging you for the name Swan and Edgar. When you buy one of the luxury brand watches, and I'm not saying again this is a bad thing, it's just it's a factor of modern commerce. The watch itself is not worth really intrinsically in terms of its components and even the man hours or person hours that have gone into making it, close to what they're charging you. You are paying a very big percentage, number one, for the name and the prestige of the name. Number two, you're paying for all of their marketing, all of their glossy ads, their billboards, their TV commercials, all the celebrity endorsements. Who pays for that? You do, ultimately, because it gets dispersed or incorporated into the price of what they're selling. Swan and Edgar don't do any of that. So even though it's £2,000, really, if you add all those other things on top, if they did do all of that, and they did charge for, again, a heritage brand, a heritage name, it is a prestige brand. I reckon, what would you say, David? 10, you could charge 10 for that, at least 10, 15?
Yeah, basically tourbillons start in the tens.
Yes,
but
yes.
My point is that it's the elegant finish of this watch that makes it special, because there are so many ugly tourbillons out there.
They really are.
They really are horrible. Yeah. And this is not. This is gorgeous.
It's like putting the Mona Lisa in a pine frame.
Yeah.
In a tiki frame. Hang it above the bar. There's the red. Martha just said, shall we move on? Which basically translates as, move on. Last final thoughts on the tourbillon, please.
It's a watch collectors very often want a tourbillon, can never afford it.
Yeah.
Tonight it's within realms. If you do have the money for it, tonight you have that opportunity. And
you're getting so much. You're getting so much.
Don't miss out on that.
No, you really are getting so. But you need to check it out as well, because they're single, really single figures on all of those. Right, one of your favourites all night long is this. These are love. Oh, I'm trying to hold on. So let me just get. Oh, stop it now. Just trying to.
I'm not even looking at.
They're floppy.
So
floppy.
So this is exactly the same, or almost exactly the same dimensions.
One's gone back inside.
42 millimeters, in case size, which is if you look at any watch costing 30, 40,000 pounds from the most expensive brands out there, they're pretty much all 42 millimeters.
Yeah.
That is the go-to size.
Yeah.
And when anyone's watching and you're wearing that watch, they're going to think you've paid a fortune for that watch because it's just got all those classic design elements to it.
Yeah.
Not only that, but this has got that Seiko workhorse of a movement in it. It's called the VK63 for those of you that want to Google it.
Yeah.
And that is a superb mechanical quartz movement, which has the joy of mechanical plus the accuracy of quartz. So less than a second a day in terms of error rate, sweeping around at 4 beats a second in terms of the stopwatch function on the watch, which Rob might press the 304.
That was very passive aggressive, but I'll do it.
And you can see there the second hand sweeping along. And that is the mark of a mecha quartz movement. You can't do this on a cheaper quartz movement because it would break the watch.
Pings back so quickly.
As you'd expect on a watch of this quality, you're getting a Cyclops eye, so you can actually tell the time. And that's an oil-pressed dial, folks, which means that using oil and a 200-ton press, you're putting together that dial. And it's 60 or 70 different elements to actually putting away. Of course, the watch itself is a combination of different techniques and skills.
Yeah.
But the dial is a key element to this. And this Gamages dial looks superb.
Paul, cover me, I'm coming in.
Almost like a sunburst look to it.
Got to check out. It's sitting in your basket. It's not doing any good to anybody. Is this the penultimate watch we're showing? No, Paul. No.
You do get a pen with this one.
We do get a pen with this one.
Yes, we do.
So it's the ultimate pen with the penultimate watch.
Yes.
Hey!
He's here.
Thank you very much. Yes. So don't forget to tip your waitress, folks. Try the veal. It's excellent. Here's the web. Oh, this has been very busy. That could sell out. We won't be on the air to tell you about it, but if you check out now, again, we're oversubscribed on that. More people trying to order it than we have actual watches in stock. We've only got 7 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. So I've joked about this for nigh on 30 years.
Yes.
But it's so ironic that you do a watch show and yet the time seems to go by so quickly.
How strange.
Very strange. Yes.
Tempus fugit.
Tempus fugit. This is very true. So, yes, I like it when tempus fugit.
And there's something about space and time, which, of course, Einstein's got something to say about that.
Wibbly wobbly
time. That comes together, and because we're so much excited now by the new space tourism and travel, the world timer it's the moment of when Rob gets the other one the other way, the orange one needs to be the other way around.
Blimey, good.
There's always going to be one. Don't worry about it. So orange, blue, and nebula grey. Each of those is a hero in its own right. 51 millimeters in case size and a sapphire glass. So this is the upgraded sapphire glass, which, as you say, has got hardness of 9
on the Mohs scale.
On the Mohs scale, which means only diamond can scratch it.
Did you know the difference between a 9 on the Mohs scale and a 10?
It's logarithmic.
Yes, it's absolutely huge. Yes. The difference. Yeah.
So what you're getting in this watch is a really chunky, comfortable timepiece that can tell the time in 24 cities around the world by reference to London. Also, it has a 24-hour subdial, the Earth, the Moon, and Mars on the subdials of the watch. Ability to tell the date as well, a tachymeter ring with a lovely notched bezel to it, really substantially weighty on the wrist as well. A flagship watch from Swan that rarely gets discounted, so £230 is the right price. Day after day, that is the right price. But tonight, and we don't always do this.
Matthew.
It has a £159.99 plus the pen, which is £55 on the website. So the value is, like £280 going down to £159. So that's great value.
Yeah. We got a little bit of video. There it is. Yeah. So talk us through this.
So this is how you can tell the time in 24 cities around the world by reference to where you might be now. So London moves to 1 o'clock. And of course, obviously Paris is at 2 o'clock, but not a lot of people know. In Auckland, it's 1300 hours. And in Sydney, 1100 hours. And Bangkok, we're having breakfast at 8 in the morning. And if we actually move London to 2 o'clock now, in fact, it's 3 o'clock, I know, but my assistant in the studio is on obviously a different time zone. Chicago, 2000 hours. You get the idea, folks. And you can also see the quality of the film watch is also second to none. So that's that watch, and it comes in the it also comes in this.
Oh yeah, do show. I'm going to put these down because we're going to finish on the
We should show that absolutely gorgeous box, which we're going to see. And in fact, there is also the box.
Please hold the line. Your box is important to us.
Yes, look at that. It was a shame I can't get this absolutely accurately right there, but it's nice. Nice box.
Good enough, my friend.
Kind of like it's like a Mercedes fascia in the old days, you know.
Oh yes, yes. Other vintage cars are available.
Yes, of course. And look at that. So it's kind of that. What did you call that before? Pleather.
Oh, pleather.
Pleather.
Yeah.
Pleather. Look at that. It comes in an outer box as well.
It's good stuff. That's what it is. That is a great watch.
So, again, look at the website for World Timer reviews because they're also very, very high.
Yeah. I apologise with my Cockney accent. I promise I was not mocking a fellow presenter from another channel. Now, I'm going to try and do something clever here, which is always the kiss of death, but I'm going to try.
So I always think this is like the Northern Lights personified in watches.
There you go. Get your laughing gear around that. Oh, stay. Oh, blimey. Oh, you little so-and-so. Hold on. There's always one that spoils the day. I just stuck my thumbprint all over it as well. So you've got the green, you got your yellow, you got your blue, and you got your red.
And you've got your... Oh,
hello. He's forced himself in there.
I forced myself in with the sienna, burnt sienna, which turned out to be the first one to go last time because it was very few of those available.
Yes.
And each one of these has got a unique serial number, trace it back to the 30 watchmakers that made it, and you're not going to bump into anyone who's got one of these. I worked out that in Wembley Stadium, if you went around everybody, you might find no watches. Because there are so few of them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And so few are ever released at any given time. It's unfortunately we are ironically out of time. Yes, yeah. Please check out your baskets now. As Silly used to say on Blind Date, it's make your mind up time. Let's go over to Al Graham. The decision is yours. Do you remember that? Oh, Al Graham. I used to love Al Graham.
Yes, I did like the Scylla shows.
She was great, wasn't she? I went to school with two of her sons.
Did you?
I did, yeah.
When I was young, that's what we used to watch. The old Scylla shows. We used to say, which one's he going to choose today?
Yeah. Remember Surprise?
Which watch are you going to choose tonight, folks?
It's a story. So at the start of I think it was Surprise. They used to do a sweeping camera shot, and in those days it was a big crane with a camera operator on the front, and it was such a quick move. They couldn't get it in time, and so they really went for it the final time, and the camera operator went flying off the camera. David,
great,
you are a gentleman.
Lovely to see you.
And you as well. Happy New Year to you.
I look forward to seeing you as the weather improves.
Yeah, sometime in February, we reckon that you will be back in gracing the airwaves with your presence.
I hope you bring some new watches as well.
Yeah, well, that's down to you, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll do my best.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. I shall be back tomorrow night or early morning. Well, I'll be back tomorrow anyway. I'll see you then. Bye.